Welcome to Lucky XDP. I'm DP,
I'm lucky.
and we just watched LongLegs.
Yeah, guys, so LongLegs, directed by Oz Perkins. First things first, this will be a spoiler review without giving away too much. So if you haven't seen the movie, go back and see the movie, come back. First thing I want to talk about is the cinematography of this film. It gave us some really special shots that will be ingrained in my head for a very long time. I feel like Oz Perkins, this was kind of like a love project for him and something that he took very seriously. I deeply admire that. It was very original. My initial thoughts and ratings on this would probably be a 9 out of 10. I think this movie was stellar up until the very end of the third act, and we're going to get into that in just a minute. But overall, I thought the movie was great. There is no need for a second film, and we'll talk about that in just a couple minutes, but I loved it. I loved everything about it. Go Nicolas Cage.
I agree. There has been a lot of speculation saying that this movie definitely revived Nicolas Cage's career, and it definitely is something that I could say is very true. We also have Micah Monroe, seemingly a more new actress, which I think she did well on her role as Lee Harker, as she is a FBI agent who is trying to investigate the murders that have been going on around the country, mainly surrounding around a person named LongLegs, played by Nicolas Cage. And honestly, I think that this movie, it's very high on my list. I'd say it's an 8.5 or a 9. I'd say that everything was really amazing in the movie. Cinematography, everything was extremely disturbing, and it was just a fantastic movie until the end. I think the first two acts were amazing though. To be honest, we don't really have any expectations, as there's not really going to be a second movie, at least not to our knowledge, and we truly don't feel that it's necessary to even have a second movie. Everything resolved itself pretty nicely, but we will talk about what things we liked about the movie and what we didn't. One of the things that I'd say that I liked was how it switched from different camera sizes from the beginning, showing the past compared to the present.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think it starts with after the movie, I watched a lot of the interviews with Oz, the director, and the biggest takeaways that I had from it was number one, Nicolas Cage and his ability to. He spoke about how the sound guy for this film, right? There is lines where, just like when we're making a video like this, you don't want to go above the top line, and you don't want to go below the bottom line. Nicolas Cage, even when he was screaming and singing throughout this film, never went above that line, and when he was whispering and doing kind of the creepy, aspect of it, never went below that line. And then another thing is, supposedly there was over 15 sights of the devil itself throughout the movie. I didn't catch that the first time. I want to go back and rewatch that definitely to kind of get those Easter eggs throughout the film.
Another thing we'll discuss too is Lee Harker's unsettling performance throughout the entire movie, as whenever we hear her talk to her mother on the phone, it's always awkward. It's always awkward silence, and it's making me uncomfortable where I'm like, please say something, And just seeing the past, what she had to go through and what she didn't remember, was just something so creepy and just unsettling, as you see a stranger walk up to the house, talk to her, and then screwed up things happen,
Insane. I mean, he did a lot of singing in this movie, but it was
It was very Nicolas Cage.
yeah,
of him,
I would love
100%.
to know what kind of meanings those songs had to LongLegs throughout the film.
I wonder, mainly because LongLegs, he never really had a purpose for his name either. They just kind of gave it to him, which just, I think, fits the narrative perfectly, if anything. Full disclaimer, this is not a regular horror movie. You have to be an avid horror movie watcher to enjoy this movie, as it pertains to very, very evil satanic rituals and stuff like that not a lot of people were very comfortable with. So be warned, this is not just a regular horror movie. This is something that we recommend you either want to take a look at the trailers before watching, or just don't see it at all.
Do research on it. Do a background check. If I saw a TikTok of a mom complaining about the movie. I love the movie. Do your research on it, okay?
Don't take your kids
if
either.
if you feel like it's something that's going to unsettle you, don't go and see it. We want people to be safe. If it's not something that you'd enjoy, don't go see it.
Don't
If
go
it is
watch it.
something that you enjoyed, then let's all go see it and enjoy it together.
Other than that, we'd say this movie is really good. It's very interesting. It keeps you on your toes. Definitely watch it if you are an avid horror fan, just like we are. Definitely check it out. You'll really enjoy it. And just make sure, do not take your kids to this movie. This is not Five Nights at Freddy's. This takes a very serious, dark turn from any horror movie that I've ever seen. Terrifier is already disturbing enough in the gore aspect, but this is religious aspect, which makes it even creepier. But enjoy the movie, check it out for us, and let us know what you guys think in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe for more horror content just like this. And don't forget to de-stress
Progress.
and let your mind rest. We'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, y'all.